All right. Welcome to another episode of ArtCo Drone Solutions special afternoon show. Today we're going to talk about modding your Bugs 3 to make it an FPV by replacing the main board. We'll start an open discussion. We'll talk about it, and who knows? Is it a good idea? Is it a lousy idea? Hey, I'm open for suggestions now that winter is coming along here. So we're going to be indoors more often. That way, I'll have some time to do some upgrades. So let me go over to my YouTube channel, and hopefully people will join in, and we'll get a nice little panel going. Okay, cool. All right. We got 3 people watching. Cool, cool, cool. Let me turn off my volume here. All right, should be a cool show. So, yeah, I'm on vacation all this week. Friday morning, I will be heading to Austin, Texas to spin up. So that will be a blast to go to that. Uh, Hopefully, I'll see a whole bunch of you guys there. If not, I'll take a lot of video and some photos. I'll be sure to get a selfie with some of the big boys like Ken Herron, Kelly Shores, uh, Ken Dono, Sean Oz. How about the astronaut, Scott Perezinski, and many others? Ron Lockwood, welcome, welcome. And Matt Kimball, uh, great last name. I went to Kimball High School in Royal Oak, Michigan, which is now called Royal Oak High School since I think back in 2005, 2006, they merged the 2 high schools together to make one. Shani from Minds Vlogs, welcome, welcome. Yeah, so today we're going to do something a little different than I normally do. We're going to have an open chat. Whoever wants to jump in, I will. Let's see if anybody, hopefully, somebody on my Facebook page will jump in. Jim Crennan, hopefully, we get him on. Indigo Rhino, oh, all right. Well, thanks, Chris. Thanks for popping in. Chris is in. He's doing chemo right now. Ugh. Well, so yeah, I hope you get a chance to pop into the chat. Uh, who else? I sent notices out to a whole bunch of people in the drone community. Let's go back and let's see. Indigo Rhino, welcome, welcome. Steve Mack, welcome, welcome. We got a good crowd tonight or this afternoon. So this gives me a chance to do something a little different with my channel. Since I'm on vacation and I'm home for the rest of the day, so let's do something different. So here's my idea. I've had this Bugs 3 for about a couple years, and I do have the thing that'll go on the bottom here to put a GoPro type camera on here. But I also have the option of I could take this light out and I could fit my FRSKY in there and get some cool video. And it'll be a lot lighter than the GoPro camera. And so I thought, look at all that real estate in there. Some of those boards that are out there, they're even smaller than this. And I even have more real estate underneath the lid here that I could maybe put a GPS on here, and I could drill a hole through the lid here. Kevin Fortner, welcome, welcome. Yeah, and I would put an FPV camera on it, and if I do that, then I could take the legs off. It's already got these stands right here, and I could just stand it, and it would make a heck of a FPV racer, maybe. I mean, it's got brushless motors. Uh, so wow, the blades are pretty nicked up. So they're probably, yeah. I could do a custom 3D print for the lid on here. Maybe even set it up to where I could put a GoPro on top, or I could still, yeah, if I do a GoPro on top, then I wouldn't need these legs here, and I could do something a little different. And it's got enough room up front here where the slide is to where I could put an FPV camera. And I know they've got some dual cameras where you could. It's got the regular FPV camera on there, and then it's got the high def camera that's right above it, so I could do a modification on the lid. And I figured, and this is a pretty sturdy little frame here, and why not uh, get some use out of it and make a neat little flyer out of it. So it's got the antenna. Yeah, there's the antenna down underneath. If you could see right over here, there's the antenna. But if I do a GPS, I could have it on the top here with the little mushroom on it, and it also has a compartment in the back for the battery. If I don't use that real estate up, I could use it for something else as well. So that'd be kind of cool. Um, so there's plenty of real estate right there where I could maybe move the board a little further and have enough room in the back for the GPS board. Uh, I'm open to suggestions on that and get this back out and flying again. Yeah, a 3D camera would be, or a 360 camera would be kind of cool to put that on top and fly that around. Let's see if I can get some more people to jump in uh, over here. Okay, I just sent the link to Bill Thomas. Hopefully he'll jump in. Ron Levesque. I hope I'm pronouncing that name right. I'm pretty good with French sounding names. Well, heck, I took French in high school. And I will give Lloyd the link, get him on here. Uh, who else can I get on? That'd be cool. Indigo Rhino. Oh, yeah. Here is the link, Indigo, if you'd like to jump in. Uh, and same with Nemo. Get Nemo on here. I mean, he's pretty big into FPV. I know he is. And who else? Greg Kunert. Yeah, let's get Oz by Drone on here. That would be kind of cool to have him on, and Steve Mack. Okay, cool. All right, let's go back to that. Okay. Oh, that's a cool idea. A Rilo 360 might work out pretty darn. Yeah, that'd be cool. Daddy of 13, welcome to the show. We got a good crowd going here, so yeah, had just an idea that I want to throw out there to upgrade this drone, make it a little fun little project. See what I could do with it to make it even better. And the neat thing about this drone is everything's all plugged in. The all the motors. I'm not going to say engines like Jeff says. And yeah, and they're all plugged right in. And yeah, okay, that's fine, Indigo. Thanks for popping into the chat. Do anything with the LiDAR? No, I haven't. I just fly the DJI, mostly DJI stuff. I do have some third party drones. Okay. Okay. Well, thanks, Bill. Enjoy the bowling. Okay. All right. So, yeah, we got quite a few people in. Let's see how we're doing on. Oh, cool. We got 9 people watching, and please hit that thumbs up. Give me a thumbs up. Yeah, that would be good. Yeah, I'll look into that LiDAR system. Uh, yeah, nothing too fancy. Just to upgrade the main board and still kind of make it an FPV. Do some acro stuff. What else? Oh, and I'll need a FRSKY transmitter for that too. Now, oh, it's 3D scanning. Oh, cool. So and that so I'm those are all good ideas, Matt and Ronald. We'll consider doing that, and this way I'm using something that I already have rather than going out and buying all the parts and putting it all together. This way, I don't have to take the motors off. All I have to do is well, thank you, Steve Mack. Thanks for coming to the show. It's always great seeing you on this channel and on all the other people's channels. Oh, cool. Do you do 3D printing as well, Matt? That would be kind of cool. And I've looked at some of the mods people have done on the Buds 3, and I think the newest thing I've seen out of there. Oh, cool! The newest thing. Excuse me, got an itch. I think the latest mods I've seen are over a year ago. So if I do something like this will this will be something up to date and possibly get me a lot of views out of this. So yeah, let's do something like that, and hopefully I could use the existing battery that this drone uses. But if I can't, and I could use a smaller battery, that'll save a little bit on the weight. But if I get one that has the correct output for the board, because the last thing I want to do is fry a board out. So, and it's got a little plug on the back of it to where you could plug your battery right into it, and that runs right into the board. So that's kind of a nifty idea. I think one of the latest mods that I've seen was someone put a FRSKY in to replace that light up there, and the FRSKY just fit perfectly right into that little spot there. So if I do an FPV camera, this is made for upgrades, and there are extra plugs for cameras and stuff. And so I am open for suggestions. And that way, if I get like a 1080p camera on there, then I wouldn't need to lug a GoPro on the bottom, and I could take the legs off. And oh, that'd be kind of cool idea. Record their pitch, altitude, roll information as they film. Yeah, well, I think with some of the FRSKY transmitters, it gives you all the telemetry information, and I'm sure they probably have a place to store that. Papa Joe W, welcome, welcome. What flight controller is it? Well, currently I have the Bugs 3 controller that came with the drone, but if I do the modification with a brand new board, a FRSKY, which will work with a lot of different boards that are out there, and then I could bind it with this, use the existing motors, and save some money that way. Probably the only thing I think I have some extra props stored away somewhere. These props look pretty beat up from some of the crashes that it's taken. Uh, I did do a mod. I have a video on my channel to where what I did was I mounted a GoPro mount on the bottom, the kind where you just you know how the GoPro mount has that little thing that sticks down. You just slide your camera in, screw it in. Well, I used a SJ Cam camera, and the adapter has this that sticky tape on the bottom. I just popped it on there, and I put the SJ cam, but evidently it was just a little too heavy because I get it to fly, but it's a pain in the butt to try to control because there's no stabilization on it, no GPS. So, but it's a good little drone to kind of to get it, to practice with, to kind of hone your skills, make you a better flyer because you don't have all those controls. I think the FRSKY does have beta flight. I think it's for the Tyrannus model. Would love to get Mitch from Old Guy and a Drone on. He's just made a Franken drone, and I guess you could say this would be kind of a Franken drone itself by just replacing the main board on there and getting one of those new boards on there. And I think a lot of those boards have the plugins, or if I have to, then Steve Carpenter, welcome. Yeah, Steve, welcome to the show. I was just talking about uh, modifying my Buds 3. Wow, isn't that cool? Look at that. The main board is invisible because it's green. Look at that. But yeah, I wanted to replace this main board with an FPV board, like what Mitch was doing, and get one. Well, I guess there's a separate GPS module that I could put on there, and put an FPV camera on there, and just turn this into an FPV flyer. So if anybody has any equipment they just want to get rid of or want to donate, you could send it to me. I'm looking for boards. If you have any spare boards that you don't want, okay. So trying to figure out. All right, what I'll do is I'll put my address in the comment section. It's Art Carlson, just like it says right down there. You send it to this address. That's okay. Lloyd can't make it. He's headed to the doctor's. Okay, understand. I've had a Colorado 80003. So there you go. So if you have a FRSKY controller that you don't want, or you have what else? The main boards or FPV camera, uh, you know, parts would be greatly uh, appreciated. I would love to get this thing modified and love to see it flying again. And so that'd be a lot of fun. Steve Carpenter, I will see you at Spin Up, and I'll probably see a few of you other guys. JT the Farmer, welcome to the show. I was just talking about upgrading my Buds 3 drone by replacing the main board and putting an FPV camera on here and adding GPS to this so I could fly this little bad boy around and have some fun. So that's what's going on. So, and what else? We got 9 people watching. And please hit that like button down below. That'd be awesome. Mr. Crowley and his drone. Welcome, welcome. Okay, I will do that. All right. So, and if you want to, hello? Yeah, I'm still here. Okay. Oh, so it'll be warmer there. That's wonderful because when I get back to Denver, it will be snowing. So I will be coming back to cold weather. So that'll be awesome. Okay, Lloyd. So if any of you want to join in the panel, you are welcome. I will put the link in there. So if you want to jump in, be part of the boards panel. So I won't be doing all the talking. Too bad Mitch isn't around. You could do all the talk. And maybe Steve will join in. Be a fun show. Okay, and so we've been on for about a half hour. That's not bad. And oh, did anybody see my video I did with the headless Ken? Oh, there's on. Oh, there we go. We got somebody. Ron,
Art, how are you?
welcome to the show.
How are you, buddy?
I'm doing great.
Oh, getting all fired up for this coming weekend.
Oh yes, got all the paperwork and everything going. Got my plane ticket, my uh, my hotel reservation all ready to go. So, hey, how was the hunting, Ron?
Oh, it was great, man. It's been I've been pretty busy. I working two jobs. You know, I'm off duty right now till 8 o'clock tonight, and then I actually go home tomorrow morning, and I actually have 4 or 5 days off. I haven't done
wonderful.
that in about 2 months.
So. All right, welcome Steve Carpenter to the show. All right, we got a good group
hey,
of.
Steve.
Hey, Ron.
Hey, how are you, buddy?
Good, thank you, sir. Yourself? I've been glad to hear you got 5 days off.
Man, I don't know what I'm going to do.
Come on down to stand.
I might rest or something, you know.
There you go. Well,
yeah, I got a hunt next Wednesday. Yeah.
Awesome. Matt,
hop on the plane, hijack the plane, and take it to spin up.
Yeah, I'd like to go to that sometime. The timing and just doesn't. It's not working out this year. Maybe next year I might try.
Yeah.
But
that'd be great to have you.
Hey, Art, I don't know if you've ever. I had one, and I kind of regret selling it. I had the Rilo 360.
Right.
It's about the same size as a GoPro.
Oh, cool.
But it's not rectangular. It's more of an oval shape.
Uh-huh.
I'll tell you, the camera quality is pretty good. And I'm wondering if that, you had talked a little bit ago about maybe fitting another camera for that drone you have. And I'm wondering if that might, if they make some kind of because you can actually, it has an adapter that will fit any GoPro,
cool.
Mount, where you can put that screw in and then mount it to any, it has, it has that. Yeah, I sold it and I kind of regret it now. It's a neat little camera. It's, you can buy a waterproof housing for it as well.
That'd be fun.
Yeah, I actually used it in Alaska last summer,
Awesome.
filming salmon that we were bringing into the boat and bringing right into the net. It was actually pretty cool.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, but anyhow, it was just an idea I thought I'd throw at you. And
yeah, that's a good idea. If I could snag one, used one on eBay or something, that'd be a great idea. And anybody that has a 3D printer, maybe they could print a new shell on here with a GoPro mount on the top. Then I could fly this drone around with the camera on the top instead of on the bottom. That way I can get rid of these if you could see the kind of wobble these little legs. So might
I
make
see.
it.
Yeah.
And it's got little standoffs here, so it'll you get landed like that and take off. And
where is it possible to mount a camera on that? Art?
Well, there's a thing that slides into this slot underneath here that holds the adapter for the GoPro type camera. And okay, they're reach way under there, and I can pull it out. And here's what it looks like. Looks like this. And yeah, it just slides in. Yeah, just slides in like that, and the camera goes in like that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. But wow.
Yep.
Sorry, I'm on my phone. I don't know how well you can hear me or whatever.
Oh, we hear you fine.
Yeah, I still haven't gotten anything back from Gage from StreamYards about my iPad. Ever since I people to have that problem.
Oh, we lost you there. Your sound just went out.
It's still
Ron?
still not able to get into StreamYards yet. So I can do audio but no video. So it's halfway there.
Ron, your audio dropped out, Ron.
Yeah. No comprende.
No audio.
No audio. Okay.
No audio, Ron.
Oh,
now no video.
Yeah. Oh, we got Placer Chaser here. Let's bring him up. And Ron is back. Can we hear you, Ron?
Okay.
That's
I got a phone call and it drowned out the sound. Sorry.
And we got a new guy here, Placer Chaser. Welcome to the show.
How you doing?
Doing good. So I gather you're into gold prospecting, huh?
Yes, sir.
Welcome. So where do you do your gold digging?
On the river.
Okay. Any state or country?
The Buckeye State.
Oh, Ohio has gold? I didn't know that.
No, we have no gold. We have no gold here.
Oh, okay. So do you go up to Ontario and
No, I was just kidding. We do have gold here, but don't tell anybody.
Well, yeah, because Ohio's not really known for its gold deposits, but as you know, Colorado was founded on gold and silver, and then later on ranching and farming became the big thing here, and mining as well. So
Yeah, all the gold we got in Ohio came down from Canada when the glaciers brought it down, but they can't have it back.
That's right. That's
I wouldn't
right.
give it back. Yeah. Oh, wow.
Yeah, you can have the glacier back, but we'll keep the gold.
There
Exactly.
you go. Yeah,
Yeah.
keep that cold weather up there. So, whereabouts in Ohio are you from? Are you from like Dayton or Toledo or?
I guess you could call it the Midwest, maybe?
Okay, that narrows it down.
Like more towards Columbus.
Oh, okay. Yep. Back when I did stand-up comedy, I worked all over Ohio. Yep. Yep.
I used to live in Pennsylvania. I didn't know Ohio had gold either.
Oh.
So,
We don't.
oh, that's right. That's right. You don't.
Well, they got a lot of coal there, and Ohio has some coal as well over there on the eastern side of the state. Down there by West Virginia and Pennsylvania.
Yep.
So, do you find any semi-precious stones like agates or sapphires or garnets?
Yeah, I find a lot of garnets in the river.
Oh, cool. Well, I know up in Michigan they have pudding stone. Is that found in Ohio as well?
We find a lot of chert, which is you can nap it and make like knives
Arrowheads?
and arrowheads and stuff. Yeah.
Ah, cool. Wonderful. What else? So, the Buckeyes are they're doing pretty well there. I know Wisconsin's doing really well. They beat up on Michigan State last weekend.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Uh-huh.
Hey, Art.
Yeah.
I was curious, being that you and Steve are going, have you guys heard that that new Skydio drone may potentially be at spin up at all?
Wow, I haven't heard anything. You, Steve?
No, not at all.
Huh?
Okay.
I haven't heard a word.
Yeah. Well, maybe we'll see Mavic Mini at the spin up. That'd be kind of interesting to see that.
I don't know if that's going to.
Yeah, go.
Do you think that's going to be a big seller, that Mavic Mini?
I don't know.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be in for a lot of newbies, beginner droners.
Yeah.
I think that'll be the big hit under maybe the Christmas tree,
Mm-hmm.
and because it's going to be affordable.
Right. Was it in the $400 range or something?
Yeah, it's around $399. I think is what it's going to be selling at. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And it's kind of, from what I'm hearing, it's kind of like in between the Mavic Air and the Mavic Pro 2.
Right.
Yeah. It'll have a little bit longer battery life, but it'll be a lot lighter than the Mavic Air.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see, that wouldn't be a good drone for me. I mean, it's nice, it's compact and travelable, but where I live, it's too much wind.
Yeah. Yeah, I just saw original Dobo's video about that, and said that the Mavic Mini probably wouldn't be good for the already established drone flyers, but for someone new, that might be a good little drone to have. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But, yeah, Steve, I think you're on spot on that one. You know, and it's kind of neat that we're getting a variety of things, you know, because every drone is not for everybody. You know, you know, my specialty is I like the cinematography, you know, and working with action cameras now, and you know, I think it's going to be good for me to create some of the stuff that I do, because I got so many beautiful places to fly, and you do too, Art. being out in Colorado. I'm wanting to take a trip next summer. I am going to make it down your way. I tried to get down here this past summer. It just time didn't permit. But this year, next coming year, I'm getting on the motorcycle. I'm going to spend about a week down there.
Wonderful.
Bringing all the camera equipment. I may have to look you up or something.
That'd be super.
Yeah.
That'd be super.
So you say you do a lot of cinematography?
Yeah, I mean, I just have a very small drone channel. I only have, 80 to 100 videos. I think I'm up to 200. I broke the 200 mark on my subscribers.
Oh, wow, wonderful.
But I don't promote or advertise or anything like that. I'm just having a lot of fun. But I've been into photography for pushing 30 years. Used to be a wedding photographer, and then about 3 or 4 years ago, I started in the drones. Learning, going from still photography to videography. That was a little bit of a learning curve. But that's what I enjoy doing, and I kind of live in an area that's similar to art, where I've got a lot of mountains, and I can just go to so many places and not have to worry about somebody saying, "Oh, you're invading my privacy," or "You can't fly your drone here," or whatever. I can go up and not see a person for hours, and get some beautiful shots. I mean, I live in South Dakota, and we have so many places here, and I go to Wyoming and Montana a lot. This past summer, I went as far as the Oregon coast, up into Washington State. I actually stayed on the outskirts of the national park, but I filmed up along Mount St. Helens, along the Oregon coast. Just some beautiful, beautiful areas, and that's what I enjoy doing, and just sharing my photography with my friends. And it's probably about all the further I'm ever going to go with it. I don't know. This winter, I want to get my 107 and hopefully do real estate sometime soon.
That's cool.
But yeah.
Yeah, I started following Art because I forget how I found you, Art. I'm sorry, but I did subscribe to you. I've been subscribed for, I don't know, a little over 2 weeks, but I was looking into getting a drone, and I don't know anything about drones at all. Like, probably about as much as you guys know about gold. I don't really know anything. But I wanted a drone to capture, like a top view of rivers and stuff. So when you said cinematography, I was thinking, maybe you could suggest a good starting out drone to somebody that's never flew one before, but it captures video.
Right. Well, Mavic Air is not too bad. You want to go a little bit cheaper, the Spark is a good one. What do you think, Steve?
The Spark is definitely a good one that would work, but the problem being is if you can find one. And when we're talking Spark, that's a DJI brand. That's a model. The DJI is a manufacturer. Another one would be is the Bebop. Sorry about that. A Bebop could possibly be a good drone for a starting off drone too.
Right.
Okay, I'm writing.
Where's your price range at? If that's not too personal.
Honestly, it just depends on how the video footage is. Like, I'm not sure what each of these drone models that you suggested, as far as their, is it 720 or 1020p or whatever?
1080.
Yeah.
1080.
1080 to 4K.
Right.
You're looking at with $999, and I think the price might start coming down. But the Autel Evo, I had one of them, and I'll tell you, their camera is phenomenal. That's one big strong point on that drone. But I'm down to one drone now. I have the Mavic 2 Pro. The Mavic Air's 4K, shoots 4K 30.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, I wouldn't need 4K because when I edit my videos, 4K is really hard to edit with. So it'd be around 1080p would probably be my max.
Yeah.
Yeah, then that Spark. I mean, you can take these other drones and drop them down. I mean, you have 2.7 and 1080. 720, whatever you want to shoot at. It's all up to you. but at least you have that capability that in the event that something changes in your editing software or computer, you know, then you have the drone that has that capability, you know. So
you know what you'd also look for is the DJI Mavic Pro. That's what this is. That's how big it is. It folds all up. You can find them out there on sale that are still there. They've been off the market for a while, or the Platinum, the Mavic Platinum, without having to go to their newer models, which is their Mavic 2 series. But you can find these around $7, depending on what you want to spend. Now this will give you 1080, 4K, 30. You can pick whatever you want to do.
Mm-hmm.
Fully stabilized 3D, 3-axis gimbal. And there you can look what the gimbal looks like. That's what it looks like. So when you're looking online, you can check out Amazon and different wherever you want to check. But, Mavic Pro, this was the predecessor to the Mavic 2 series, and they are on sale a lot of places, and you can buy refurb ones from the manufacturer every once in a while too.
yeah. What computers do you have for your editing?
I have a, I believe it's 2019, but it's a Zephyrus ROG laptop. That's what I do all my editing on.
All right.
It's an Intel-based chip laptop.
Nice.
Okay. Do you have any Mac products, any iPads or anything like that?
No, I am totally like an Android/Windows type of guy.
Okay. All right. Well, yeah, I just turned Apple about a year and a half, 2 years ago. So I'm
sorry.
still. So, what's that, Steve?
I'm sorry.
I agree. I'm so into Windows versus Mac.
Yeah.
Okay.
I do have an iPhone, but
You're a brave man.
Well, the reason being is the apps that I could get on it for when I needed it at the time, and it works. And one thing, iPhones or iOS systems work a lot better on DJI products if you go that direction than it does on Android.
That is true. Yeah.
Now, is there a drone that works specifically with the GoPro? Like maybe a cheaper model drone that doesn't have camera, but it has like an attachment for the GoPro?
Yeah, the DJI has one, the Phantom 2 and the Phantom 1. I don't even know if you could find those out there anymore.
No.
You might
Maybe on
find them
eBay.
on eBay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Going into the Bebop series, you could the early one that they had the camera on them too, I think.
Right.
I use a GoPro 7 Black, so anything that would be compatible with that would save me a little bit on a drone.
The 7 Black has the image stabilization built in, correct?
Right.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah. Okay. Oh.
Yeah, the GoPro 7 or the GoPro 8, it really is no different from the 7, except for the mounting bracket is built into the GoPro. That's really the only big difference.
Really?
Yeah, that's what I hear. Yeah.
So I mean, I wouldn't spend the money on an 8. I like the 7 just the way it is.
Right. Yeah, I'm trying to think of what other drone other than the Air, the Bebop, the Evo. I don't know what this Mavic Mini is going to be like, or yeah, that might even, it's not out yet. And
how about the Anafi?
Oh yeah,
that was the other one I was just going to say may work for him really well.
Right.
What was that one?
That's a Parrot Anafi.
ANAFI.
That might be almost like his best choice. that thing's great. You can. The neat thing about the camera on that, it has the only camera that you can either point straight down or straight up, and you won't get interference with the rotor blades getting in your shot.
Yeah.
Yeah. And what's it shoot? 1080, Steve?
I think it does.
I think it actually shoots up to 4K.
It might, yeah.
Yeah, it does. It shoots 4K.
Yeah.
All right. Let me do some housekeeping here. Welcome Rick Halber, Tropic, Mike B, aka the Drone Ranger, Tomas O'Sullivan, Eagle VP, and Rod Piker, Drones UK. Welcome to the show. All right, take it away, guys.
And the one other thing it does has a digital zoom on it with no loss on the 4K or 2.7K video. And it's a 21 megapixel camera on it.
Well, that's pretty good.
That actually, I bet you that might be your best choice out of all of them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Now that I'm thinking, I never thought about that one. The Parrot Anafi. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like a hidden jewel.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's super light. It is super light drone.
Sweet. Yeah, because all I'm looking to do is get like maybe a top view of the rivers where, to show where the gold's at and this and that to help teach people.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah.
And this has a zoom. So when you're looking at it live on in fact, I'll post one in here. Here's a link. I'll put the link in the chat. And this is a link that I just pulled up on Amazon. So at least you can do a search for it. And that'll tell you some of the specs on it and stuff. Right there, it's in there.
All right, sweet.
And everybody that I've talked to, I've never flown one, but everybody I've talked to liked it. At first, people were afraid of it because they were having problems with some of their firmware, but everything's been worked out. And having that digital zoom maybe for what you want to do, being able to shoot straight down while you're hovering and be able to zoom in down on the water.
Yeah.
Nice.
Your distance is kind of limited. That's Wi-Fi, if I remember correctly, on that drone.
Yeah.
You might be limited to, I don't know, 1,000 to 2,000 feet, which would be, unless you're looking to go at any distance. But, and all of the drones are all pretty much programmed that as long as you make sure that you establish what they call a home point when you take off. In other words, the GPS establishes a home point, and if you take off and you lose signal, they're all programmed to turn around and come back to where they took off from.
Mm-hmm.
So,
oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. So, but yeah, do your homework
in the water.
Yeah, that would suck. Just make sure do your homework and check with guys like Art and that, and and that's what I did too when I started out. I started just watching all these guys on here and learning, and make sure you register the drone and follow all the guidelines and rules, man, and keep yourself out of trouble. And then if you do decide to go to a DJI product, they actually have a couple forums online, and you can go to the DJI forums and if you're looking at a particular one, say, hey, what's the history on this? And is there any trouble? Is there anything good? And a lot of those forums, the people on there, about 95% of them are really good. You ask a question and somebody from around the world within 5 to 10 minutes is getting back to you. And, everybody's really, really good about that. So yeah, there's a lot of good accessories out there online to help you,
That's awesome.
Yeah. But, well,
I appreciate all the help. Really, I do.
Oh, you bet.
You're welcome.
Anytime.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
As Ron said, there's a lot of people out there and a lot of different drone channels that have done reviews, and take a look. The people that have done the reviews on them too. on YouTube.
Okay.
And that's the best thing to do too, is to make sure, like this Mavic Mini that's coming out, you know, a lot of these companies will give them to these, you know, these larger scale YouTubers and send them out to them, let them review them. And these guys, for the most cases, they're not, you know, just because they are given one doesn't mean they're going to be gentle about it. If it's a piece of junk, they'll tell them. There's some guys that don't hold back, and you know, they'll let you know. But that's a good way to find out if something is a good product or not.
Right.
Yeah, but watch these reviews, you know, on some of these guys, and you know, Art or Steve or anybody could give you a lot of names to people to kind of look at and watch. You know, these guys that's what all that they do. Is review stuff. So
here's a channel that I highly recommend is Ready Set Drone. Kelly Shores runs that. He tests everything. That's how I found him when I first got this Buds 3, and I wanted to do some mods to make it a better camera drone, and I ran into his channel, and he was one of the first drone channels I started watching that I subscribed and started following. And another guy is Ken Heron. He's really good. And who else? Ed Ricker, Original Dobo, and there's so many out there that are very good that you could check out.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was probably introduced to drones in like the worst possible way. Like my first drone introduction was the little snippet on YouTube called Slaughterbots. Somebody recommended that I watch this little ad. It was like a public warning, and it was like all these killer drones. I was like, what is this?
Wow.
Yeah, if you haven't seen that video, I do recommend you go watch it.
I think I have seen it. Yeah, where the drone has a life of his own, and it's not connected to the controller. The guy's trying to return it or something, and the guy says
it's like there's thousands of them. They're produced by the military, and there's like thousands of them, and like they're trying to spin it in a way that makes you afraid of them.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I know I've seen that.
Yeah, it was crazy. I was like, okay, if this is what we're in store for, I'm kind of afraid of drones.
Yeah, like Rick Halbert thing in here, Plaster Chaser. Ready Set Drone. He's a big drone reviewer, so he's done reviews on multiple drones. He's out there. He's one of the largest out there doing the reviews.
And Drone Valley is another good one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Rick. Yeah, Rick's probably. Yeah, he's probably the most technical. You'll get a thorough review with Rick.
Yeah. Because he'll tear that puppy right open.
Yeah. I think that's what he does when he gets these drones. Is before he tests them, he tears them apart and dissects them to see what makes them tick.
Right.
You know?
Hey, that's the best way to learn sometimes.
Yep.
Yeah. But you know, honestly, I think, like I said, Art and Steve are right on. I think that Parrot and Offie, based on what you're saying, you're looking for as a starter. It has the zoom capability, very compact, easily travelable. Yeah, that would be a great starter drone for you. Yeah.
I'm definitely going to look into that.
Yeah. So, just my opinion for what it's worth, and you know.
Yeah, no, I appreciate it, because you guys know way more than I do.
Yeah. No. Everybody has, their specialty. There's a couple guys that we know that are into the real technical end of things. Do the mapping, surveying, and roof and tower inspections, and
That's right.
they have a lot more advanced stuff, the software, you know, you get into the TDK stuff of some of the drones. It gets pretty technical, but like I said, I have no interest in that. Mine is just filming and photography, you know, the cinematography, the photography, that's my specialty. That's what I enjoy doing.
Yeah, that's really all I'm looking for, is just to get the you know, the cinematic view of the river, and then I can do the editing on my own, you know, with zoom and pointing things out and this and that. As long as I can have something that I can control, I'm not gonna accidentally lose it in the water, you know, which is cool that you pointed out that they come back to the home point, because I didn't know that.
Yeah. Most all the new drones today do that. What they have a function called return to home.
Right.
But it's something that you want to make sure when you're learning to fly is learn to fly it. Don't rely on that return to home unless it's like an extreme emergency. Learn to fly it, learn to control it. But like on that Paranafi, I think it's around $699, somewhere around there is what that drone costs. But the images that I have seen from people that have posted is phenomenal. The imaging is really good.
Right.
Awesome.
Yeah, learn to fly it, you know, on ground. Get pretty, you know, proficient with it, and you know, even the return to home is not fail safe. And I had an incident with my Autel Evo. Don't know why this happened. It was only 50 feet away, and I lost signal. Well, I'm out over a pretty good sized stream, and it went into return to home mode. Well, what the drones are set to do is you program your drone to say if it loses signal, it'll raise to an altitude that you have preset. I have mine set at, I think, 150 feet. And the problem was it lost signal. It stopped. 5 seconds later, it went into return home mode. Problem was there was a big branch right above it. And when it started to raise up to 150 feet, and next thing you know, down it went. And, it was gone. So, but no, get into it, man.
Good idea.
You'll get hooked. It's an addiction, and I don't know if there's
that guy. He knows what he's talking about.
Yeah,
and so is that guy there.
Yeah. I don't know if there's any kind of drone therapy out there, you know, once you get started.
That's funny. I could say the same thing about gold.
Yeah. But it's a lot of fun, man. I said, and you'll get into the, you know, I've met so many people. I've been into it for about 2.5 years, and I have met so many people that I consider my friends. You know, I've got Art, Colorado. I've got Steve in California. I got a friend Jim in Florida. You know, you'll just start meeting people from all over the nation and across the pond as well. You know, over in Australia, I've got guys that I talk to frequently, and it's a lot of fun. You know, and I said you learn a lot. You meet some really cool people, and yeah. But go for it, man. Get a drone. Get a drone.
Get a drone.
What do you think, guys?
Yeah. And get a good swim spots too.
Yeah. So.
Good chop.
Yeah.
That's always
guys.
Good.
I'm gonna pull into the parking garage, and I'll lose signal with you. But
all right. Well, welcome to the show, Ron. It's always great seeing you. Take care, and have a great week off next week.
Yeah, you guys too, and you know, behave yourselves down there. Don't give me a call and say, Ron, I need bail money.
No, we'll come bail us out, not the money.
Yeah.
No, we'll be calling Ken here and saying, "Hey, Ken, can you get us out?"
Yeah, he might be down there with you. He might be in the trouble with you.
I was going to say,
you'll probably be the guy because we're in jail for him.
But hey, you guys have a lot of fun, man. I look forward to hearing the stories when you get back.
We'll do.
We'll pump. I'm going to be pumping up as much as we can, as long, you know, as much as Kelly will allow. So.
Right.
Okay. Yeah.
So, because what I want to do is see if I can. I'll pump it up to, if we can, I'll pump it live to my through StreamYards. I'll pump it out.
There you go.
Right. Yeah. Is it what, on Sunday, or is that what it is?
I think it's all day Saturday, or most of the day Saturday. Yeah.
It's all day Saturday. They serve like a breakfast and stuff, and then lunch, and then snacks, and then hopefully, in fact, I just shot an email off to Kelly to find out if he's locked down any place for a get together on Friday night for those people coming in early.
Yeah.
Then, if there is going to be a gathering, which he had mentioned in his live stream, his first Friday live stream, that they were both going to happen. He just hadn't locked them down yet.
Right.
To get together to fly on Sunday.
Yeah. Oh.
Mhm.
Well, yeah, you guys will have fun, and I'm jealous. I wish I was going with you. So,
Yeah, I wish you were too. You'd have a blast.
oh my God, I know I would. So, well, it was nice to talk to you guys, and I didn't catch your first name from Ohio. Placer Chaser.
Placer Chaser. Yeah.
Placer Chaser. Yeah. It was nice to meet you. Good luck with getting yourself a drone, and you will. You won't regret it. You'll have a lot of fun. So,
all right, take care, and thanks for all the advice.
All right, guys. Everybody have a great day.
All right. Good to see you, Ron.
Okay. Take care now.
We'll see ya.
All right. Bye-bye.
Yeah, the only regret you may have is once you get one, then you want more.
That's how I feel exactly about gold too.
Yeah, but there's a good reason for that.
Now, when you do find gold, do you just keep it in the natural state, or do you melt it down? Do you have it refined? I mean,
No, I don't ever melt anything down. I'm just starting to get into pouring a little bit. I've been following a couple pouring channels, like to learn how to, do pours and make the molds and all that. Like it's a big process. But as far as what I do, I just keep the gold and stack it up, save it up.
good idea. Good idea. Hmm. Uh, Not too far from where I live is Ralston Creek, and there are people that still pan for gold there because every spring when we have the big spring runoff in the mountains, that washes more gold out of the mountains down into the stream. So, yeah, so
Oh yeah, I
it's
bet.
quite a big hobby here in Colorado.
Oh, I can imagine. I would love to be in Colorado panning for some gold.
Yeah. Hmm. And then you got other minerals too. You got copper, you got silver, a lot of silver, and then there's minerals. Well, if you find copper, you'll find turquoise and malachite, azurite. Uh,
Yeah, I've just started getting into the gyms too, like because to learn, geology and about all the minerals and everything. Opals are my favorite by far.
okay. We also have tourmaline and topaz and yeah, we got a lot of different gemstones. Rhodochrosite. Um, well, and plus we have pitch blende, which is an ore of uranium that we have here. And what else? Oh, we have molybdenum that they used to mine it here. Now, pretty much the mines have been shut down because, well, the price has gone down so much that it's just not worth getting it out of the ground. So, one of the places that they mined is near Empire, Colorado, and they just did a reclamation project where now there's a lake there where it was. I think it was an underground mine, and there was some uh, pit mining as well. So what they did is they let the open pit fill up with water. There's a small dam there, and people go up there to go fishing and enjoy the scenery up there.
Sounds nice.
Hmm. Yep.
I'm one of the things I work on is I like physics, so I'm trying to get together a periodic table of elements of all the elements, and I
Right.
think it would be cool if I could find each element on the table. Like I know some of them obviously I'm not going to find, but it would be cool to see how far I could get.
Oh, wonderful. That's a cool idea. Yeah. We also have, we've got coal here in Colorado. We've got oil and natural gas. We also have petrified wood. What else do we have? We got all kinds of stuff because where Denver is located is we're an alpine desert. Uh, we don't get a whole lot of rain here. Most of the water we get is from the mountains when the snow melts in the spring and runs downhill. And a lot of people don't know this, but Colorado's the headwaters to five major rivers in the United States. And so we've got the South Platte and the North Platte that run out of Colorado. And then the Rio Grande starts here. The Colorado River starts here.
Yeah,
And
it's
then
a beautiful place. Trust me, I've seen so many videos on Colorado. I'm so jealous of you living there.
Yep, I was born, pretty much raised here, but I lived in Michigan for 10 years back in the 70s and really liked Michigan, but just too cold in the winter. Where here we'll get some snow and a few days later it's all melted and we're nice and warm in the 40s and 50s.
Yeah, Michigan's not too far away.
Yep. hmm Yeah, I just last month I went to my 40th high school reunion in Royal Oak, Michigan, which is a suburb of Detroit.
Gotcha.
hmm So, Steve, not a lot of gold in San Diego, is there?
Well, and not so much there, but you get up in the northern part of the state, you will.
Yeah, especially around San Francisco and to the east of San Francisco, like Vacaville and those places.
Well, Placerville, and you
Yeah.
get up in that area there. But we have it over here in the deserts too, like heading out toward Death Valley. And
Right,
in the lower area, which would be east of Los Angeles, San Fernando Valley's going
right,
out that way,
right.
up on the east side uh, of the state, kind of where the mountain range runs through. We have the cutoff there on three. You're familiar with California a little bit. 395 that runs north on the east side. You get up there and you just shoot out in the desert, and there's a lot of gold mines and silver mines that are still out there.
Yep. hmm
Oh yeah, I bet. I'm a placer. That's like my thing. Placer gold is my specialty, if I could
hmm
even say that. But
hmm
as far as like lode mining, like in the mountains, where it's actually protruding out of the mountain or whatever fault line, I haven't done too much of that. But as far as like rivers, that's where I like to go and get my gold because I know where to look. I know where it settles. Flood gold is also another thing to look for, and
Right,
yeah, so gold is in every river in the world, pretty much. And people will disagree with that, but that's just because they don't know where to look.
right. That's true. hmm
Well, Art, I'm going to have to jump out of here.
All right, Steve. Thank you for
Thanks for
coming
letting
to the
me
show. I'm going to shut this down in a few minutes here. So thanks for joining, and
in.
uh,
You.
I might do another one tomorrow afternoon.
Okay.
Got to build up that watch time.
Okay. Take care, everybody in the chat. And Pastor Chaser, pleasure meeting you. Subscribe to your channel.
Yep, same here, and right back at you.
Okay.
Thank you, guys. Everybody have a wonderful day. Take care.
All right.
Yeah, see you at Spin Up Tropic.
All right. So I gather that you mostly pan for your gold.
Well, I do pan for gold, but I run a gold cube setup with a trommel and a nugget trap and all that, and then I pan out my concentrates.
Right. Yeah, I did. I played around with that a little bit. Uh, it's fun. It gets you out in nature, and uh, then you get to learn a little bit about how the gold gets to where you're panning for the gold.
Yep. Another way to do it, if you're wanting to just practice your panning skills, I'd recommend getting some gold dirt. That there's sellers out there that sell prepackaged dirt with gold in it, so you can practice panning it out. You know what I
Right,
mean? Or maybe for people that just can't get out because of a disability, or maybe they're older or something,
right,
or maybe just to teach your kids. It's a good way to learn to start.
right. hmm hmm Yeah, and there's some people that really get into it. They have these floating dredge units where they have a little motor that
Yeah.
cuts out all the gold and the cracks and crevices and under big boulders, and it dumps out into their sluice spots, and they uh, gather all the material there, and then they pan it.
Yeah, dredges are another way. Like if you do a lot of serious gold prospecting on rivers, dredging is a really good way to go through a lot of dirt really quick. Like the way I do it, I shovel it in through my gold cube setup. So I
Right.
don't, I'm at the mercy of my back pretty much.
Yeah.
But, dredging is just an easier way for like again, if you're older or have some kind of a disability and you
Right.
can't get out there and shovel, a dredge is another good option.
hmm Well, they used to do that here in Colorado. They had great big dredging barges that went up the Platte River up by Fairplay, and I think there's remnants of a dredge that they just left it there, and the dredge is probably close to 100 years old, whatever is left of it, and they just dredge up the bottom of the river and get as much placer gold as they can, and until it plays out to where there's not enough to make it feasible to keep doing what they did.
Right, yeah. Yeah, a lot of places, because the laws are different in every state, a
Right,
lot of places don't even allow dredges, or in some places you got to get a permit and you only have a
right,
certain limited window to be able to dredge. So
right,
that's why I never invested in a dredge because I like to travel, and no matter where I go, as long as I find public land, I can run my setup no problem because there's no motors, no anything like
right.
that.
hmm hmm As as a matter of fact, they still have a gold mine uh, near Fairplay where they do some. I think they do some hard rock mining, and they still get some gold out of the river. And they've got settling ponds where they. Uh, it's a special pond that has a membrane down below to keep the water from leaching out because they put I think some potassium cyanide in it to leach the gold out of the minerals that are in it.
Yeah, Rick, in chat, I just dropped him, some support, so I will be checking him out. Thanks for the suggestion.
Okay. All right. And well, and up at Silverton, they have a hard rock mine where you could take a train ride from Durango to Silverton, and that is a beautiful train ride, and it's a steam locomotive. So you get to ride a train that's coal fired, and you get to see some beautiful scenery of the Animas River that runs through it, and that's the river that the EPA accidentally polluted about 10 years ago, or maybe not as well. It was during the Obama administration where they were doing something at some mine, and they accidentally released a lot of toxic water out of the mine, and it just spilt right into the
I think I
river.
heard about that. And then when the train went by, the sparks lit the river on fire. Isn't that what happened?
Mm, no, but I've heard of stories where the train would start a fire out on the prairie because of the dead vegetation, and yeah.
Oh, I just remember reading an article where there was some kind of pollution in the river, and when a train went by, the sparks ignited the
Wow.
fire on the river, and I was like, wow, that's kind of weird.
Yeah, that is weird. And Tropic says, we live on Treasure Coast off of Florida, lots of Spanish rats. Yes, there are a lot of around the Florida area where the Spanish ships got sunk by hurricanes and left a lot of gold and silver on the bottom. But I think over the years, a lot of that's been already picked out. But I think there's still a few rats out there that nobody knows where they are, but they're somewhere out there. And if you could find them, then you get to find either uh, gold that's in not in bars, but in like God, uh, well, they're crude ink
Coins.
that they made.
Yeah, a lot of that has, pretty good historical value too. Not
Yeah.
just the gold, but the historical significance of it.
All right, we got someone else in the stream. Rodney Bell, welcome
Hey,
to the
what's
show.
up?
Hey,
Hello, Art. Hello, Placer Chaser.
How you doing?
I'm good, and yourself?
I'm just fine.
I'm not sure if I have your. Hang on a second.
yeah, let's see. I think I have you, but
Well, Placer Chaser, I just rang your bell, brother.
Well, thank you very much.
Hey, Art,
yeah.
look what I got.
Hold on a second. Okay, there we go. Gotcha. And I just rang your bell too. As well, Placer Chaser.
Thank you very much.
Oh, you got a battery,
Two
intelligent.
of them.
Oh, okay. Is that for your Mavic?
That's for my Spark.
Oh, for your Spark. Wonderful.
I don't have a Mavic yet. You gonna give me yours?
Well, are you going to be at Spin Up this weekend?
I am.
Well, you just might be lucky and maybe win one.
Well, that would be awesome.
That would be too. And they got that. I think they're going to give away that little what is it? It's like a little robot thing that has wheels on it.
Oh, really?
I think it's the RS something. Okay, I'll have
Yeah,
to.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I think that's going to be one of the giveaways, and there's probably going to be some other stuff as well.
Wow. Check this out. So this came in this.
Uh-huh.
And the battery is right there.
Oh, okay.
So I wonder how much of the price of this battery actually covers the cost of the boxing.
Are you going to bring that with you to Spin Up?
I am.
Oh, good. I'm bringing my Mavic Air as well.
Cool.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm getting excited.
Cool. Now, I don't know if you watched earlier, but Placer Chaser is looking for a drone, and he was asking us for some suggestions, and Spark was one of the drones I suggested.
Yeah, the Spark is a nice drone. Let me show it to you. But just so you know, Rick Halber, another YouTuber and drone flyer, is selling a complete Mavic. It's the Mavic 1, the first Mavic.
Right.
He's selling goggles, batteries, like 3 or 4 batteries and stuff, all for $1,000.
Oh, okay. There you go, Placer Chaser. Check that out. Give him a shout out and say, hey, I might want that. We also suggested the Parrot Anafi tool would be another good one.
Yeah, that would be a good one too.
Yeah, that's the one I'm really like keen to right now. Is that Anafi one?
Really? Didn't you get one, Art?
No, I didn't. I got a Mavic Air.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Well, here's the Spark.
Yeah. Okay.
That's the Spark. It's DJI.
Mm-hmm.
It usually runs about $399. At least at Walmart, it runs $399.
Right.
So, and it's a good little drone.
Mm-hmm. And is that a 1080p or is that a 720?
Actually, I think you can do 4K.
Oh, nice.
But the gimbal on it is only a two
axis.
2-axis gimbal.
Right. Mm-hmm.
But you can still get some good shots. Placer Chaser, check out Matt North, his YouTube channel. He does a lot of videos using the Mavic, or not the Mavic, but the Spark. But he switched to the Mavic now. But some of his videos he's done with the Spark, and they turn out really well.
All right, I just got him.
Who, Matt North?
Yep.
Okay, good deal.
Mm-hmm.
Let me say hi to some people in the
Ron Levesque.
AKA the Drone Ranger. Good evening, Rick Halber. Good evening,
Roy Cornelius. Welcome to the show. No 4K on the Spark, he says.
Do what?
Roy Cornelius.
Well, that may be true. I thought it was 4K, but I mean, I'm not always right. I'm never wrong, but I'm not always right.
Yeah, usually if I'm looking to invest in something, especially technology, I'll watch it for like 6 to 8 months just to see where everything goes, learn what I'm looking at, how it performs and this and that. So I'm definitely going to keep my eye on all the ones you suggested, but I want to wait and see if, maybe anything along those lines comes out in the future or,
Good idea. Mm-hmm.
Within the next year, though, I will have one.
So, Rodney, where are you located?
I'm in the northern neck of Virginia.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Virginia's got some good gold.
I'm sorry, what was that?
I said Virginia's got some good gold.
Oh, I wouldn't know. Though I wouldn't mind finding some big nuggets.
So where are you flying out of, Rodney? Are you flying out of Richmond or DC?
Richmond.
Okay.
I try to avoid DC.
Yeah, a lot of congestion there.
I would rather pay more to fly out of Richmond than to pay cheap to fly out of DC.
Mm-hmm.
Because since 9/11, as far as I know, they still have it's like 30 minutes from takeoff and 30 minutes before landing. You can't get up out of your seats at all.
Wow.
So, and of course, when you wake up from sleeping on the plane and you're just now landing and you got to go real bad, that's not a good thing.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I'm flying out of Richmond.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll be flying out Thursday evening.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm leaving Friday morning, so I'll be there at 11:15 a.m.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have a car? Or do you need someone to pick you up?
Oh, that would be wonderful. Yeah.
I'm very forgetful, so don't let me forget. I'm gonna pick you up.
Okay. Yeah.
That's a nice nugget of gold right there.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Cool.
Yeah, that's a nugget.
There you go.
If you don't mind me asking, and if I'm stepping over bounds, how much would that nugget there be worth?
Well, this is a little over half a gram, so probably around just depending on the gold price, the spot price of gold. But let me do my calculation real quick. I have a little calculator for today's gold price. Looks like this one would go for right around 20 bucks, 30
Really?
bucks.
Yep.
Because it's considered 18K. If it was 24K, it would be more. I'd have to do a scratch test on it, see what the purity of the carats are.
Right.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Most placer gold though that you pull out of a river is considered 18K, so you can safely figure out what that's worth for your haul of the day.
Right.
Just figuring it as 18K. Nuggets usually are different. You have to do like a scratch test just to confirm it.
Right. Mm-hmm. Yeah, because it's an alloy of other metals like copper, silver.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they don't want you to get these batteries out of this packing, that's for sure. So yeah, Drone Bum's going to be there. Whiz
great.
Bang's going to be there.
How about Iron Wedge? I think he's going to be there.
Well, yeah, I haven't gotten any. I know I'm subscribed to. At least I was.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
But I haven't gotten any notices from him. In fact, I don't get notices. Come few and far between. You know that, Art?
Yeah, I noticed a lot of people have been having problems getting notices from the different channels. Unless you're really into that channel and you follow them like religiously, you gotta really follow them. But
yeah.
if you just follow them occasionally, then you're going to miss a lot of notifications. Is what I've been running into.
So yeah, I only had 2 batteries for my Spark.
Right.
So I decided I would really like to take my P4P is what I'd really like to
yeah.
And if I was going to be driving to Austin,
right, yeah, that would be.
I would certainly bring it.
Right. Mm-hmm.
However,
so how long a flight is that from Richmond?
Well, it's going to be roughly 4 or 5 hours.
Wow.
I got to fly to Atlanta, and I think I got like an hour and a half delay there.
Yeah.
And then from there, so total time in the air is probably going to be more like 3.5 hours.
Mm-hmm.
But changing planes and stuff is going to take a little longer.
Right. Yeah, when I went to Michigan, it was about 2.5 hours, and I think it's about the same for when I go to Austin, and it's a direct flight.
Yeah. I could have gotten I think I could have gotten a direct flight out of BWI, but I just wasn't up to driving 110 miles.
Yeah.
Go get an airport when I got 170 miles,
There you go.
Some people would say, well, what's an extra 40? Well, for this this old guy, that's a lot.
Hmm. Yeah, I hear you. I used to drive all over the country back in my stand-up comedy days, and
Yeah, I've seen some of your stand-up videos.
right. Maybe this week what I'll do is I'll download some of those videos, and I'll do a special video just for my for ArtCo to
There,
let people know, hey, this is what I did in my former life.
there you go.
You know, kind of like what Ken did when he would show old videos of his radio days back in the early 90s.
Yeah. Yeah, I used to like watching those. Man, he sure did. He sure doesn't look like he did then, does he?
No, no. Well, now that he's in his 50s, he's, you know, getting that extra chin.
Yeah. I got one of those.
Yeah, well, yeah, me too. And, well, I'm pushing 60 and I've got more, you know, my hair isn't Snow White like his hair is. But he does got a lot of brown in it. But
Yeah.
like you, I've got, if I grew a beard, it'd be mostly white.
Yeah. So far, I've been lucky with my hair, but
Mm-hmm.
the beard is definitely gray. But
Yeah.
you know what they say about gray? It's a sign of wisdom.
Yeah, that's right. Mm-hmm.
I got a red beard.
Well, you know, funny thing is I grew up as a blonde kid. My hair was, I mean, I was a towhead from the day I was born.
Yeah.
And as soon as I joined the Navy, it's like my hair changed colors and my beard was actually really dark, you know, black.
Right. Mm-hmm. Same here.
I always thought that was a strange thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
I got a red beard, but a dishwater blonde hair.
Right.
So you're a Navy man, Rodney?
I was.
Well, thank you for your service, sir. Appreciate that.
Well, thank you. Thank you for your support.
So
I was in the Navy for 20 years, 3 months, 6 days, and 18 minutes.
Counting the minutes.
Yeah, that's how long it took me to get off base.
So did you serve on any ships, Rodney?
I served on 3 ships, 4 ships actually.
Okay.
My first ship right out of boot camp was the USS Ajax AR-6.
Okay.
It was an auxiliary. It was called an auxiliary repair ship. That's what AR stands for.
Right.
And then the second ship I was on was a Charles F. Adams class guided missile destroyer, USS Towers DDG-9.
Mm-hmm.
And then I went to the USS Sperry, which was a submarine tender. It was AS-12.
Uh-huh.
And then the last ship I was on was another destroyer, another guided missile destroyer, USS Preble DDG-46.
Oh, wow. Wonderful.
And then I retired. Funny thing is I was on 4 ships and only spent 6 years and 4 months at sea. Total sea time. The submarine tender was neutral duty.
Okay.
And then when I was on the Ajax, we deployed in January of '73 to Sasebo, Japan.
Okay.
And I went up, and my father was in the Navy, and he was stationed in Yokosuka, Japan. So I took leave and went up there. And then when I came back, I put in to get transferred there to Yokosuka for father and son duty.
Oh, wonderful.
So I was only on it for like 4 months.
I did a USO type show in Misawa, Atsuki, Yokota, and Kadena.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Cool.
Mm-hmm. And then from there we went to South Korea, we went to Osan and Punsan.
Oh yeah.
Mm.
When I was in Yokosuka, I was stationed 2.5 years there. And you know who Don Ho is?
Oh yeah, Tiny Bubbles.
Tiny Bubble.
Bubbles. Yep.
Yeah. Placer, you know who he was?
Tiny Bubbles?
No.
Don Ho.
Don Ho.
Oh, no, I have no clue.
He was the Hawaiian Frank Sinatra, you could say.
Yep, that's
Oh,
right.
okay.
And his claim to fame was Tiny Bubbles was the name of the song.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, I got to meet him, and I got to meet the Hawaiian sumo wrestler. I can't remember his name.
Oh boy.
And that was back in 75.
Wow.
And then in August of 75, I transferred to the USS Towers in San Diego. So,
oh, cool. Well, coming back from Seoul, South Korea, we were going to Los Angeles, and I caught a nasty cold. I'm tired. I'm on the plane and just trying to get as much rest as I can. And one of the comedians next to me kind of bumps me and says, "Hey, Art, I want you to meet my friend Roger." And I said hello to Roger, shook his hand, said hello, talked to him for a few minutes. He left. I'm like going, that guy looks really familiar. I said to my friend, "Is that Roger Clinton?" Bill Clinton's brother was on the plane.
is that right?
Yeah.
I didn't even know he had a brother.
Yeah, he does. He has a younger, it's his half brother. And he was in a band. His band was playing in Seoul, South Korea, and he was on his way back to Los Angeles. So that was quite interesting.
Cool.
Mm-hmm. So you never got a chance to put into the Philippines?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Well, you've been to Subic then?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I've been to Subic.
Well, I was in the Philippines back in 2017. Went there to meet a girl there that I met on YouTube, not YouTube, but Facebook, and ended up getting engaged and just had a blast. Loved the country, and that's where I want to retire.
Philippines is a beautiful place.
Yes, it is.
Except during the rainy season.
Yeah, that's true.
Mm-hmm. And then it's just rain.
Mm-hmm.
And more rain.
Well,
and even more rain.
Yeah, if you live in the right spot, it's not so bad.
Yeah.
You're up in the hills and you're in a kind of a high plateau that's protected by mountains. You won't get as much of the typhoons coming through, and it won't be as hot up there.
Well, I tell you what, Art, I was 19 years old when I first saw the Philippines.
Right.
And
did you have balut while you were there?
Oh no, no. I did Vegemite. I'll do Vegemite.
Okay, yeah, I could do that. But
no way will I do a balut. Tell us the truth. Did you try it?
No, no. Nope. In case you don't know, Placer Chaser, balut, it is a duck or chicken egg with an embryo in it.
Oh yeah, I'd pass on that.
Yeah. Well,
and it's buried for what is it, like 21 days, Art?
Yeah, something like that.
Kind of like the way the Koreans make kimchi.
Yeah.
Which is nothing more than pickled cabbage.
Yeah, that's right.
With spices. which is really good, by the way.
Yeah, it is. I've had some when I was in Korea. But
Recently, I tried a cricket, a mealworm, and an earthworm. So,
Hey, that's more than I would do.
hey, if you hate the duck embryo egg, I give you props.
Well, I didn't eat it. No way. No way would I eat that. I've seen the inside of one of those. In fact, it's. Did I see a picture of it on YouTube? I think so.
Yeah.
In fact, Art, I think you're the one that posted it. You remember posting a balut?
No, I talked about it on Roger's channel when Andrew was on, and Andrew almost lost his when we were talking about it. He threw his headphones off and he kind of left the room. He couldn't handle it.
That's crazy. But yeah, maybe it wasn't you, but someone posted a picture of a balut on Facebook, and I knew I was right for never trying it.
Yeah. Well, in Vietnam, they have balut there as well.
Do they?
Yep.
Well, they're more than welcome to it.
Right.
So have you been anywhere else in the Philippines? Just Subic?
Just Subic Bay area, Olongapo.
Okay.
Really. And I kind of regret not going and exploring some other places there while I was there, but there was so much to do just on the base by itself. And then you had the Olongapo, which was, nothing but bars and women.
Yeah. Yeah, they have the same thing over in Angela City.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's near Clark Airfield.
Right.
My dad was stationed there in 45 towards the end of the war.
Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. I remember that.
He was there and in Leyte.
Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But I remember the Philippines.
Yep.
You guys are talking about all these places, and I'm like, I've been to Niagara Falls in Canada once.
Well, if you want to see the world, join the Navy.
Yep.
Yeah, right.
Mm-hmm.
I tell you what, and I'll tell you straight up, one of the best decisions I ever made was joining the Navy and making a career out of it.
Right.
I mean, I've been to the Philippines, I've been to Taiwan, I've been to Thailand, I've been to Karachi, Pakistan, I've been to Sri Lanka, been to Guam, been to Hawaii, been to Norway, Netherlands, Britain.
Wow.
Italy, Palma de Mallorca, Ibiza.
Right.
2 islands owned by Spain out in the Mediterranean. Been to Haifa, Israel, and I was in Romania when it was still a communist country.
Wow.
So I haven't been all over the world, but I've seen a good portion of it.
Sounds awesome.
Something this Okie wouldn't have gotten to see if he hadn't left Oklahoma.
I've been to Aruba. I was doing a comedy show there at the Holiday Inn for a whole month. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Now, when you say you do comedy shows, is that what you do? You're a comedian?
Yeah, I was a stand-up comic for 25 years. Retired from that business 10 years ago. Got a day job making braces for teeth.
Wow.
And been doing that for 24 years. I got to go all over the world. All over the United States, pretty much. I've been to the Caribbean. I've been to Puerto Rico, the Bahamas. I got to perform in Windsor, Ontario, Canada. Uh, oh well, I've been all over Ohio. I've been to Portsmouth, Dayton, Cahoga Falls, Cleveland, Youngstown. Uh, I've been to some small towns just outside of Columbus, Toledo, Ohio, Salina, Ohio. A beautiful state. If I wouldn't mind living there as well because I love fishing.
Yeah, there's a lot of fishing here.
Well, you should have a lot of fishing there in Colorado.
Oh yeah, I do a lot of fishing here. Yep.
So, Placer Chaser, where do you live?
In the Buckeye State.
Yeah, that's Ohio.
Nebraska?
Ohio, yeah.
Ohio.
Yeah.
Ohio. That's right. Yeah.
Hmm. I think you say he's outside of Columbus.
Okay, I've been to Columbus. I spent 3 months in Columbus working a job at a I can't remember the name of the company that owned the distribution center, but they catered to college kids, and they sold clothes and stuff like that.
Right.
School specialty, maybe?
Huh?
School specialty, maybe?
Maybe.
That's the first thing that rings a bell, anyway.
Mm-hmm.
No, it was like, I want to say Melissa and Doug, but I'm not sure that's it. Come in. Sorry. It's my grandson feeding the dog.
Okay.
So, but yeah, I can't. No, I think Melissa and Doug is a toy manufacturer.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, they had a big facility there in Columbus, and they hired some contractor from California to come in and put in a conveyor system.
Right.
And this guy sold them a used conveyor system. You know, so they got it cheap. And then the company I worked for provided things like inline scales, in motion scales and printers and scanners and stuff, barcode scanners and stuff. And I was out there to install all that stuff. And they messed up buying a used conveyor system because there was always all kinds of problems.
Yeah.
So, but I really enjoyed being in Columbus. It's pretty nice. The only thing I didn't like about Columbus was White Castle.
Yeah, I don't like White Castle either. I don't blame you.
All the guys I was working with, oh, you got to go to White Castle. They're so good.
Yeah.
So I go to White Castle and I'm like, these taste terrible.
I mean, they smell terrible.
Little bitty hamburgers.
Yep.
Yeah.
And they tasted terrible and smelled terrible. Actually, they did.
Right.
Yeah.
And I never went back.
And you know what, Rodney? They've got them in grocery stores or frozen. And
those probably taste better than the White Castle.
Yeah, right.
Mm-hmm. But they have the White Castle name on them. You can buy them there. I think it's a regional thing.
There was a place in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. I lived in Dallas-Fort Worth from 2004 to 2009.
Mm-hmm.
And there was a place, and they did the same thing. They sold the little sliders, and they were better than White Castle.
Oh, okay.
So.
Mm-hmm. Cool.
I like to cook my own food.
Yeah. Well, there's a chain of fast food restaurants in Tulsa, Oklahoma, where I grew up. And there's actually two separate chains. One is called Coney Island, and the other is Coney Islander, and they're related to each other.
Right.
Coney Islander was franchised from the Coney Island, the owners of the Coney Island.
Okay.
And they make hot dogs, and they grill the hot dogs on a flat grill. Uh-huh. They have chili, cheese, onions, They're about that long,
Right.
and they are the best hot dogs in the world. I've had hot dogs all over the world, and these are the best. I stand by that today.
Mm-hmm. I want to welcome everybody to the ArtCo Hot Dog channel. Hot dog and hamburger channel.
Yeah, I used to work as a butcher, so I enjoy cooking a lot.
Oh, cool.
So, Rodney, did you try any of the food in the Philippines?
Yes, I did.
And what was your favorite dish?
Pancit.
Pancit. Yep.
Pancit.
Yep. I like that. And
Lumpia.
lumpia. Oh, I love lumpia. Yeah. In case you don't know, Plaster Chaser, lumpia is like a spring roll that's either stuffed with vegetables, chicken, or beef or pork. I mean, and they deep fry it. It's just wrapped up, and then you dip it in that sauce that they have. They've got all different kinds of sauces that
I
you
think I've
can.
actually tried those. They look like an egg roll.
Yeah.
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 And they're a lot thinner than an egg roll.
Yes, that's right. Mm-hmm.
You know, egg rolls are usually about that big around.
Yeah, that's right. Mm-hmm.
Lumpia is usually about that big around.
Yep.
I can eat 24 of those things, man.
Yep.
They remind me of what are those taquitos?
Yeah.
Almost.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Yeah. There's a lady here in the Denver area that sells them on Facebook, on Facebook Marketplace. And I bought a couple of her lumpia, and they're fresh, and then you have to fry them when you want to make them. You get like 20 of them in a pack for $10, and then you just take a few out, freeze the rest, and then when you want some more, you thaw them out and put the rest in the freezer, and you get about 2 or 3 meals out of it. But oh boy, they're good. And tortang talong is another one. That is eggplant that's like an omelet, because they grow those long Asian eggplants. And what you do is you boil them until the skin is ready to peel off, and you peel that off, and then you kind of mash it a little bit, and then you dip it in egg, and then you put in the skillet, and then you put the rest of the egg, and you can put whatever you want in that egg. You could put beef, pork, chicken, or just vegetables in it.
Right.
And they also, I want to say, is it pandasol, the bread?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Pandasol, isn't that the name of it?
Yeah, I think you're right. Mm-hmm.
That was good too.
Yeah, it's almost like a roll, kind of. Yeah.
You said you spent a lot of time in Japan, didn't you, Rodney?
I was there 2.5 years. Yeah.
Did you ever try a dish called I'm trying to think of the name of it, nikujaga?
Can you describe it to me?
It's the Japanese version of our American beef stew.
Okay, yeah. It's kind of like sukiyaki too.
And I've never tried that, but I know I've made nikujaga before just because I wanted to try. It's like you use soy sauce, and it has a little bit of a sweet taste to it rather than like a salty taste.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, see, I had an advantage. My stepmother was Japanese.
Oh, okay.
So, and of course, I forget the name of all the dishes that I've had there, but there was a restaurant there in Yokosuka once you left the base, and they made this it was a bowl of rice with strips of pork across it.
Oh, yeah.
And for the life of me, I can't remember what it's called, but it was excellent. I mean, it was out of this world delicious. And
mm-hmm.
of course, and then there was sushi,
Yeah,
Um,
I tried that. I'm more sashimi kind of guy.
sashimi,
Mhm.
um,
Watch out for the
tempura,
wasabi.
huh?
Watch out for the wasabi. Yeah,
No, no,
boy.
no, no, no. Wasabi is a number one.
Yeah, well, not unless you mistake it for guacamole. I
Take,
made
did
that
you take a
big
big old
mistake.
bite?
I put a big slather on something, took a bite, mm, and then a minute later, ha, ha, ha. I'm grabbing my Coke and I need another Coke. Ah.
Well, you know what tastes really good is wasabi and ginger
Mm,
together.
I bet that would be good. Have you tried the fried octopus? Spicy octopus.
No, I've never tried. I've tried octopus, but it wasn't fried. It was barbecued,
Oh, okay.
and then it was just like a ring of the tentacle.
Right. Hmm.
It was like chewing gum.
Yeah, they overcook it. Yeah.
I mean, it tasted okay. It tasted all right, but it was like trying to chew gum.
Yeah.
Yeah, it tastes like I've had calamari, and that's what that tastes like. It tastes like rubber.
Yeah, I'd go to not the base theater, but there's a Japanese theater that I'd go to sometimes, and me and a buddy went there, and we bought a package of shredded shrimp, dried shrimp, or
Right.
not shrimp, but squid,
Right.
and I actually liked that, which surprised me because I'm not much of a seafood guy.
Right. Uh-huh.
I will eat catfish though.
Yeah.
I love some fried catfish.
Oh yeah, salmon is probably my favorite fish.
Yeah. Yeah.
My wife, she'll cook salmon every now and then, and it's really good.
Yeah.
And before, I wouldn't eat salmon until I tasted hers, and it's pretty good.
Now, is
Good.
she from Japan as well? Because your mother-in-law?
No, no, she's actually from Oregon,
Oh, I gotcha.
and she's Swedish.
Uh,
Her her family came from Sweden.
yeah. Yeah,
Oh, I
there are a
see.
lot of Swedes in Oregon and Washington and the Chicago area and in Wisconsin, or not Wisconsin and Minnesota.
But
Yep. All right, guys, we managed to do 2 hours on this.
well, I had actually got your message while I was driving home from work, so that's why it took me so long to get on here.
No
But
problem.
I'm glad I was able to get on. And
Well, thank you, Rodney, and I will see you this weekend. Don't forget Friday, 11:15, United Airlines. That's where I'm coming in from.
all right, yeah, and text me again on Thursday.
All right, we'll do that. Okay.
All right, brother.
All right, Placer Chaser, thanks for coming in, and all you folks in the chat, thanks for coming to the show. And well, it was a lot of fun. We covered a lot of stuff. We covered gold panning. We talked about fish. We talked about cooking, hot dogs, hamburgers, and everything in between. So thank you again for coming to the show. Have a great weekend and see you next time.
Place
Yep,
it. Have a good one, brother.
Yep, you too. Nice meeting you, Rodney and Art.
Nice meeting you too.
All right. Bye-bye.
All right, Art. See you later.